Hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everyone. If you're tuning in, my name is Kim Dent. I live in Maryland Heights, Missouri, and I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 22 years. I love teaching stampers and crafters how to make quick and easy and adorable greeting cards. So if you found me through Facebook and you're watching live, please say hello. Or if you're watching on the replay, please say hello also. If you found me on my YouTube channel, Stamping with Kim Dent, I'd love for you to put in the comments where you're viewing from. And also, if you would like, subscribe and then hit the notification bell, and then you'll find out every time I post a video. I hope to someday soon start posting our going live on YouTube. I haven't done that yet. I've got to watch a couple YouTube videos to find out how to do that. But for right now, I go live on Facebook every Sunday night at 7 o'clock, unless I have something special going on. So thank you. Thanks. Hi, Carol. Hi, Valerie. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I have two really cute cards that I hope both of you will enjoy. Oh, I think I've got a couple more. Say hello. Hi. Oh, Miss Vera Kimberly is doing well. Rick and I got to see her this afternoon, Sandy. We stopped by after church, and she is stinking cute. Rick says, as a proud pop-up, she gets cuter every single time we see her. Every day, he says, she gets cuter, and I happen to agree. So, hi, Mom. Hello, hello, everyone. Let's see. I have just the one thing that's going on with Stampin' Up! Right now is if you're interested in getting more information about joining my team, we have a fantastic promotion going on right now, and it is it's the 35th anniversary of Stampin' Up! So I think we're going to go out with a bang with this promotion. You can join Stampin' Up! Normally it's $99. You have two options. Normally it's $99 and you get $125 worth of product. You can choose from now till the end of the month. You can join for $64.25 and you get $125 worth of product. Or you can pay $125 and get $168 and some odd cents worth of product. So you get a discount automatically. That kit, you get to pick all of those items out of either the mini catalog or the annual catalog, whatever you want. And it ships to you absolutely free. And then as soon as you sign, you automatically get a 20% discount on all of your orders. So if you're interested, please comment or send me a line or send me a text. I'd be happy to answer more of your questions, and I would love to have you on my team. So let me sync my laptop. Hopefully this is going to go smoothly, and then we will get started. Hello, Laurie. Hi, Joyce. Thank you for tuning in tonight. There we go. I think I'm there. Whew. Hello, hello, everyone. Well, I have two fancy fold cards for you tonight. The first one that I'm going to show you is a Christmas card. So hold on just 1 second. I'm going to flip my camera around. If you are placing an order anytime soon, you'll want to go to my website, kimdent.stampinup.net, or you're always welcome to give me a call or send me an email, and I am happy to place an order for you. Don't think that you have to go online and do it yourself. I know some of my friends, they don't, they always place their orders with me, and so I don't want you to think that you have to go online to my website to place your orders. If you are online and you're placing an order within the next day, this is the code that I'm using till, I think it's actually just one more day, till Monday evening, and then I'll have a new code. So this code, good for about 24 more hours, and then if you place one after that, I'll give you a new one. Just send me a line this code is if you are placing an order of $149.99 or less. So any amount, just $149.99 or less. And then if you'll use that, that'll help me out. If it's $150 or more, do not use this code because then you'll get Stampin' rewards. You'll get freebies. So that's all I've got to say about that. Now I'm going to pull in this first card. I've been talking to you about how I have started this little box of templates. So I'll start talking to you about that first. So I have put together, thanks to my friend Vicky who inspired me to do this, I've put together, this is a template. It has the measurements on the back for cutting and scoring. And when I want to make a fancy fold card, which I do a lot, or fun fold, some people call them, I go to my box of templates and pull out one. It has made my life so much easier, girls, because I know how much you all like to see fancy fold cards. And I just go to my little box that's getting bigger and bigger. I think I'm going to have to buy a new box. Just go to the dollar store and get like a box that you would hold like a photo, photos in, like photo albums or a shoebox, anything will do. And then when you follow along with me or you find another stamper who's making cards, when you write down this, instead of like cutting out your pieces and going straight to the card, go make yourself a template so that the next time you want to make a fancy fold card or a fun fold card, you've got all the measurements right there. You don't have to watch my video or any other stamper's video. So this is one of my favorites. This is called a WV fold card. I'm going to pop this up just a little bit. And you can see there's the W, and then this little mini card is the V section. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Brenda. So we're making, this is the first card we're going to make tonight, and here's my template for it. So I'm going to set this to the side. Here is the actual card, and it is stinking cute. It is done with it's just basically, there's one stamp right here. The rest is done with the Beary Cute DSP, which I'm going to show you. This paper was on back order or not back order, unavailable for a while. I'm sorry, Beary Christmas DSP. And for my stampers who like to put together like cards, I do enjoy this. Like, I like cutting out pieces of the DSP to, put together a quick card. I do like stamping and coloring, but if I'm in a hurry, this DSP is just wonderful. So there you can, wait, here's the one I used. He's on this side. The bunny's, here's the little polar bear on his hind legs, and the bunny's got the little star. So that's one side of it. And then the other side reminds me of a sweater, like I guess a wool sweater. Look at this for my scrapbooking friends. Oh, isn't this pretty? And if you're not a scrapbooker, this is something, I love this. Like, have you ever wanted, you'll see a lot of cards right now, like with, what is it called? Holy Night. There's a couple of pieces where all you have to do is like take Oh Holy Night or The Stars Brightly Shining. And this I can cut off. I can still use this for my cards, but because I'm not a scrapbooker, at least not yet, people are saying with baby Vera, I should get one going for my little granddaughter. But for right now, I know how to scrapbook. I just enjoy making cards much more. So this part, look, you can cut this top part off and just use this, or the flip side, little snowflakes, all different colors, balmy blue, misty moonlight, and night of navy. Here's another one, which I used on the card. Looks like a sweater, wool sweater. And look at the animals on this side. adorable. Look at the little, I guess these are the doe and the fawn and the, I don't know, this, I guess the big elk and then a white fox. Isn't that sweet? Love it. Oh, yeah, and flip side is this one. All right, and then we've got this little scenery, which is cute and fun. Yeah, Shirley and I, we both like these bears. And then the flip side, little trees. Is that the last one? Oh, nope. Look at, who doesn't love, I love the snowflakes. Snowflakes, and then look at this one. Bear, all sorts of prints. I was first saying it was just bear prints, but now I can see there's all sorts of, I guess that's rabbit. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know but, oh no, this would be like the deer, I guess, and bear, I don't know, baby bears. Anyway, with presents. This is really different, but I can, like snowflake paper, I love. Love, love, love. All right, and then this is the last one, and I used it. And you can see this is where I got, it was easy for me to pull in the colors. So Balmy Blue, Mossy Meadow, and Night of Navy. And I got it from this sheet right here. So, and then the flip side is this one, which I used for a little square on. So I'm going to show you how easy it is. Oh, let's see. This is found on, if you have a mini catalog, it is found on page 23 of our mini catalog right here. And we're using the DSP, and I also used the Snowflake Sky embossing folder, which I love, 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 love. So page 23 of the mini catalog. And then the one stamp that I used is from the Beary Cute stamp set. So I wanted to point that out. Now I'm going to show you how easy it is to make one of these WV cards. Some people call them accordion cards. I don't know, I just started out by saying WV. So we're going to take, let me show the kit first. You need a piece of Night of Navy. That is 5.5 by 11, and then I'm going to score it so you can watch me do it. 1 3/4, score it 1 3/4, 3.5, 5 1/4, and 7 inches. And then you need a piece of Mossy Meadow, 3 by 6, and we're going to score that at 3 inches. This piece I want to show you, like I have a lot of the Beary Christmas DSP. This piece right here, or this one, which I didn't cut the right size, I guess. Oh my goodness. So don't look at that size. I wrote the wrong size down, cut it wrong. This piece could be optional. Like a lot of times I've seen the cards made where they just put like a white piece of cardstock on this whole panel, and then you would stamp directly on it. I like the idea of having some sort of background on there. And I'm going to cut you another one so you'll see me do that. Hi Carol, thanks for tuning in. So this piece of DSP is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. And I'll do that when we're putting the card together. I don't know what I did wrong. I was not paying attention, but okay. So, and then you need, this piece is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and you need 4 pieces of 1 1/2 by 5 1/4, and I'll tell you a little tip about that after I get going. And then one more piece of basic white. This is for the inside. And it's 2 7/8 by 2 7/8, and I'll tell you the reason why I made this a little bit smaller. And oh, where's my other pieces? Sorry, girls. There's another one. This one is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and this is the piece that I embossed with the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. It's got little polka dot. I've used a lot little bitty snowflakes and like a little storm behind it. So Balmy Blue, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. All right, so I'm gonna first set this aside, and I'm gonna cut, no, let's see. It's this piece. And here's my primer. So what did I say it was? 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. Let's see, let's do 3 3/4. You just got it, Kathy, don't you love it? By 5 1/4. That's better. So that's the piece that's going to go on the back panel. But I'm going to bring in first my scoreboard. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to score. Let's see if we can lift this up just a little bit. Okay. So this piece is, excuse me, 5 1/2 by 11. And I'm going to bring this down a little because I want you to see that. There we go. So I'm going to score it at 1 3/4, 3 1/2, 5 1/4, and 7. I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to bring in my piece of this Mossy Meadow piece is 3 by 6. And we're just going to score it at 3. And that is that. And I'm going to bring in my bone folder because you need to have, it is a, it's kind of a bulky card. So you want to make sure like you really give this a good crease. Oh, how are those puppies, Kathy? This big piece is the one that you really want to use your bone folder on. Try to get it creased as best that you can. Okay, so there's that. And now we're going to assemble. So the first piece is the 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. Oh, look at the cute animals. It's going to go on the back panel. And then the tip I wanted to share with you as far as the skinny little pieces. You need 4 of the 1 1/2 by 5 1/4. Some of you have said you want the patterns to match, and other stampers, they're like, oh, it doesn't matter to me that the pattern, see how the presents are matching up. So what I did was, when I make a card like this, I like the pattern to match up. So as I'm cutting them, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of dark, but like here I've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. They're right up here at the top. There you can kind of see it. That just helps me, especially if I'm making a couple cards, when I'm cutting the pieces, I know where to put them, and then the pattern's going to match up. So they're going to go on here. These are different colors, typical colors that I typically would not use for a Christmas card. Did I already? Crud. Hold on, girls. I did. Gotta pay attention. Okay, that's 1, so that's gonna go here. I already do as I say, girls, not as I do. Here we go. Number 2. And you want to line them up, you know, you want all of this to be even all the way across the top and the bottom. But that's just my little tip that I'm sharing, you know, as far as like if you want your patterns to match up, that's a great way to do it. Just right on the back. You can see, hopefully you can see it. So there you go. We've got those panels already. The next thing we're going to do is, I'm going to show you, you're going to, for this we are going to call this the mini card. You're going to put your adhesive right along the inside on the edge. And I'm just going to position it where I want it on this back panel. I'm trying to center it the best I can. And then I'm going to make sure it's even. And then I'm just going to push down on it like that. And then I'm going to add more here. And I'm going to close this up and fold it down. And that's how you do that. This piece I've already run through because I knew we were with doing two fancy fold cards, it was going to take a little extra time. So I've already run this through the embossing folder. And I can't decide what direction. I guess I'm going to put the snowflakes going down this way. And then, oh, here's another panel. This is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Now, like I said before, I think I said this piece right here, that could be totally optional. That could be white, or, you know, you could just do maybe half of the DSP. I have a lot of the paper and I love it. So I like color on the back panel, and I also like color on this panel. But you know, this is also an optional piece. You wouldn't have to, but it just makes it a little bit more festive, I guess you would say. So there's that. All right. Then you saw, let's see. This is the piece that I cut out with my scissors, fussy cut it. And I've already done that for you. So you're going to laugh when I flip this over. This is a whole lot of dimensionals, but I wanted it to stick up. But I wanted to point out one thing. So you can see I've got my mini dimensionals right there. And then this little chunk right here, I hope all of you know, like, don't ever, you know, throw away, like you've got just, some people say the bones of it, the bones of the dimensional thing. You can always cut these pieces, the outer edges, and use that too. They fill in really nicely. So here we go. I didn't even count. I was kind of like, people are going to laugh when they see this. The other thing I could have used, girls, I used it last week for the first time, are these like adhesive strips. These would be fun to use too, that I could layer those up. But I have my dimensionals, and you know that's my go-to. So I had the mini ones out, and then I thought, oh, this will be a good time to talk about, like, don't throw away the bones of the dimensionals. You can always just cut those and use those just like you would the regular dimensionals. Now, I was okay. Do you see how, like, the little star is kind of hanging off? But I thought it looked cute like that. And then at the last minute, I decided to bring in my rhinestone basic jewels. And I thought that little star needed a little something something in the middle of it. So we're going to bring in my take your pick tool and put that right in the center. Adorable. And then the last thing I need to do is I'm going to bring in my basic white 2 7/8 by 2 7/8 and my Night of Navy ink pad and my Pierce mat. This says Christmas is better together. This is a good one to go, like, for my family. There we go. Oh, and see, oh, the 2 7/8. I decided instead of making it, I think the directions I had said this piece would be like a 3 by 3 piece. But when I made this card, I want this piece to hide behind this panel. So this square, this is 3 by 3. I just thought I'm going to cut it down just a little bit. But if you don't like doing those crazy, you know, measurements, you can always do the 3 by 3. The thing that you want to pay attention to is, oops, see, there we go. And you want to have this panel hide behind, there we go, hide behind this. So there you go. Christmas is better together. And from my friend Valerie, oh, thank you, Carol. This, I decided, I didn't want to put a bear on it, but I thought, oh, I'm going to stamp like the tree, and like I was trying to find some things to put on it. So there's that present is part of the set. And then I love this Merry Christmas, but I wanted you to see this. I thought it needed a little something. So I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but right after I stamped it, I took my Wink of Stella and I started adding, you know, a little bit of shine, and it bled the color, and I love it when it does that, especially when it's a stamp that's kind of sparse like that. Instead of just having just white behind those big bows, I guess you would say, it kind of bled it, and I like the way it turned out, so I did it on the package too. So it's not just white. But anyway, for my friend Valerie. All right, that's our first one, the WV card. I'll set this over here. And the next card is not a Christmas card. It is a fall card. And it's with a product that I've been wanting to use for a while. Dun, da, 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 dun, 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 dun. Now this is not, I got the inspiration from, again, my friend Vicki Todd. She did, at my team meeting in August, she did a class on fancy folds. So we did the templates, and this was kind of, I think from what I can remember, close to her sample, her card. I love this. If you, back in the day, did stenciling, do you remember? For a while, we were stenciling like the walls, and I remember we just stenciled everything. So this is done with, let me get my catalog, the mask, and they're called I think they're called Abundant Beauty mask, and they are so easy to use. They're on page 47. And there you can see some more beautiful samples. We're also going to use the stamp set that's below that, So Sincere. This, I love this. I could do this all day long. I'm going to show you how fun it is and how easy it is. So, and I love sunflowers. So this, the first thing we're going to do is, first I want to show you, here's my template with all the measurements on it, which I'm going to go over with you. But there's my template to go in my little box. And let's see, the kit, oh my goodness, losing my words. The kit is, I used Early Espresso, 5 1/4 by 11, and we're going to score it at 1 3/4 and then 3 1/2. And then we're going to flip the cardstock around and do it again, 1 3 on the opposite side, 1 3/4 by 3 1/2. Then you need 2 pieces of Mossy Meadow, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. You need a piece of Very Vanilla. This is the piece we're going to do the stamping on, 4 inches by 5 1/4. This is for the inside. This is 3 3/4 by 5. And then we're also going to stencil on this piece. This is pecan pie, which looks so pretty with early espresso. So there, oh, and then I forgot this little bit. You need a little scrap for your die, and that die is from the Autumn Leaves die set. It's a label die, and if you came to my class, was it last month, I thought I had lost this, and I was so sad. But I found it today. It was on a magnetic sheet. It did not get thrown away. So anyway, this is from the Autumn Leaves, which is in the mini catalog. It's a very cool leaf die set, but it also has two very cool label dies. And I love this one, and I'm so glad that I found it. Has that ever happened to any of you? So you need a little scrap for that piece. All right. First, we're going to do the scoring, because I want to show you how easy it is. And then I'm going to, oh my goodness. And then I'm going to show you how easy it is to use the mask. So bringing in this piece, and we're going to score it at 1 3/4 and 3 1/2. And then the whole flip part, this is what I mean by that. Flip or rotate it around. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. It's just easy to remember. 1 3/4 by 3 1/2. And I don't know what this card fold is called. But I think this came from Jackie Bolhois, who is Clump and Stamper, who kind of created the whole template thing. So I have to thank her. She's just inspired so many of us to put together these template that makes putting together fancy or fun fold cards so easy. So there it is. It's kind of a funny shape. I want you to pay attention. This is supposed to be open like that. So for this, I'm going to bring in one piece of my Mossy Meadow. And then I'm going to put my adhesive on the back side of the Early Espresso. Oop, I'm about out of, I have to reload. Let's see if it can make it to the end of this card. And I'm going to center the Early Espresso on the Mossy Meadow as best I can. And did I cut that the wrong size? Oh my goodness, girls. I did. Ah, this, hold on, girls. It's a good thing all that cardstock is behind me. This piece, you're supposed to have two pieces of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I think I had it written down, but I didn't cut it correctly. What in the world? Okay, two pieces. Oh no, frozen. Oh, Jan. There we go. I hope it comes back, Jan. Okay, there we go. So these two pieces, I had the size written down correctly. I just cut them wrong. So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then you're going to get these out of the way. We're going to start to, I'm going to bring in my, my mask and all my inks. So the colors that I'm using are, thank you, Valerie, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Early Espresso, Pecan Pie, Crushed Curry, and Pumpkin Pie. And then I'm going to bring in, oh, I want to show you the mask. So it is the fun part about this. Do you also? I'm going to put it up against my Pierce mat. Look how cute this is for a background. You could do a whole bunch of fall colors, kind of like what I've got here as a background. So fall leaves. This one, oh, I love snowflakes. This all is in one set. I think it's like $10.50. And then you have like this herringbone, which I'm going to use on one of the panels. And then you get 4 different masks to make the sunflowers. So sounds complicated, but really it is easy peasy. So I'm going to take my 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Oh, and I'm going to bring in blending brushes. Okay. The one thing that I did that I would recommend is I have this green tape that you see me use on everything. I use this like for my dies. This is from a company, I think it's called the Green Tape. It's from scrapbooking.com. It's so cheap. And I use it like to hold my dies down when I'm running them through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It's perfect for this. It's tacky enough that it holds it down, but it doesn't leave a residue on it. So I'm gonna put a piece down on my vanilla cardstock to hold it in place. And then I want to show you, the first one I'm going to bring in is the sunflowers. They were so smart about this. They have this notch at the top and also a number 1. So I'm just going to lay that down. And then I'm going to bring in another piece of my tape. And I want it to hold still. And that's kind of like the hardest part, which if you did stenciling back in the day, that's the main thing you have to remember. You don't want your stencil to move around. The first color I'm going to use is Crushed Curry. And sorry, I've got a little frog in my throat tonight. I've seen this used for all different colors of flowers. I just wanted to do it as a sunflower first. So here I'm inking up my blending brush, and this is how I like to hold it. I grab it by the handle, and then I always extend my pointer finger. And then when you're using blending brushes, you always want to get that first little dab off, especially if you've got a juicy ink pad, because you don't want, you have a tendency, if you ink it up and then go straight onto it, sometimes the ink is, what the word I'm looking for, it puts like an ink blob on it. So I always try to tell myself, ink it up and do it on the grid paper and then go into the stencil like this. And I like making like swirly motions, circular motions. So I'm inking it up, I'm going to the side, and I'm going to do it again. And then I can lift it up carefully if I need to see, oh, does it look the color, the darkness that I want it? If it's not, then I just go back, I just line it back up. I like the color it is there, so I'm going to close up my Crushed Curry. Painter's tape, yellow. There are all sorts of painter's tape. Yeah, painter's tape I think is probably what stampers were using before, like this mint green tape. All right, the next color is Pumpkin Pie. And inking it up and doing the same thing, swirling some over here. This I'm just going to go around the center just to add a little bit of dimension. Dab it to the side. And then lifting it. Oh, isn't that pretty? So I'm done with number 1. Then I'm going to bring in number 2, which are the leaves. Oop, close up this pumpkin pie ink pad. I'm going to use, I think I used, this sounds weird. Let's see, I'm going to use Old Olive. And then I'm going to go in with Mossy Meadow. So first I've got to line up. Hold on, girls. I forgot this part. I also, this was one thing that I did. So this notch that's up here in the corner, when I was making this card, up here, see the notch? I marked it on my grid paper, just like that. And it's got the number 1 right there. So when I came back in with number 2, I lined up that notch on my grid paper. Almost forgot to tell you that. Okay, now here we go. Old Olive. And then I'm going to go in with a smaller blending brush. I love these little ones. We just started selling these. I think, is it this mini catalog or the one before it? Okay, and I'm going to add just a little bit more color. Oh, so pretty. Do you love this? Oh, I love it. All right, then number 3 is this one. Close up my Mossy Meadow, and I'm gonna do Pecan Pie. Okay, line this up. And this one kind of looked to me, I wasn't sure I had it in the right position, but after I played with it, I was like, yeah, that looks good. So this is the lighter of the browns. This is Pecan Pie, which is a new color. And then, oh, Kathy, gotta love the computers. That's, all right, there's that. Whew. Do you love this? I so love this. And then the last one is number 4. We're gonna line up the notch that's on here. I hope you all can see that with this. And I'm going to dip into Early Espresso. Look at that, girls. Oh my goodness. I love this. I can't wait to play with like the snowflakes. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to close this up, set this to the side, and set. Well, let's see, I'll finish this. I'm going to show you what I did. So I thought it needed something and I couldn't decide what. Like if you go on Pinterest, you'll see there are stampers who are, if they're doing this fold, if they're doing this fancy fold, they will run this whole panel through like an embossing folder to give it texture. Thank you, Kelly. I could not decide. I really didn't want to run it through an embossing folder. So I came up with this idea, and probably, gosh, it's been forever since I've done something like this. So these are our Stampin' Right markers. This is Crush Curry. Our markers are wonderful. We have a new style now with a larger barrel, and our tip, maybe this is the old style. Sorry. We do have a new style of markers though. So the nib end or the bullet end is much nicer to write with. And then the barrel is larger. So what I did just to add a little something to this the panel is you're going to take the brush tip. Now this is another thing for those of you who want things to be exact. This technique is not for you, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this brush tip end and I'm going to flick it. And when I do, you can't exactly, there's like not a science to it. I can't tell exactly where it's going, but it just adds some speckles. It almost looks like a different kind of, like I know at work we get copy paper sometimes that is speckled like this, and I decided I was happy with this. So you can do as much or as little as you like, but it's just a way to add a little something something to your cards, especially I don't like a lot of open space. So hope that's a new little tip or technique for you. I'm going to take this panel and I'm going to find my adhesive. This gets layered onto the 5 and, make sure I got the right one, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So, can you see that on there? Yeah, I know. It's the camera is picking it up. And then, yes, splatter. It is random. That's a good way to put it, Valerie. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this panel and I'm going to put my adhesive on the left side, this little left panel, just on this one. And I'm going to close that up, and then I'm going to try to, I want those 2 Mossy Meadow layers to line up evenly. Let's see if I can do it on the camera. Yeah. So I wanted this panel to line up with this panel, okay? Then we're going to bring in this, I forgot about this little piece of pecan pie. I'm going to bring in the, Argyle Houndstooth. Yeah. Oh, I must have, I don't think it matters. And I used pumpkin pie on it. Okay, remember to go off to the side, and then start. I think I might need to re-ink my pumpkin pie too. Just gives it a cute little pattern or texture. I'll get it a little bit darker right here. All right. This skinny panel, 1 1/2 by 5. Hopefully I got it right, girls. Goes right here. And I'm not going to do it for you, but I want, oh wait, I'm going to put, I did do this. So on my Hope You're Feeling Better Soon, that is from a new stamp set called So Sincere in the mini catalog. It's a fantastic, if you love words. It's got a little bit of everything. Look, this funny happy birthday. So thankful for you. It just has a lot of really pretty words. So sincere words, hence the name. All right. So this, I also pulled, let's see. There we go. There's the happy birthday. I also speckled this up a little bit. So I'm going to get some dimensionals. Oop. I have so much stuff, girls. Oh my gosh. Oh, here, let's cut the, oh no, I'm going to grab this because I know we're running a little short on time. I try to get done in an hour. Okay, this goes here. It's always nice to have those Get Well cards. Now here's my panel on the inside. This is 3 3/4 by 5. Goes right here. I'm not going to do that last sunflower, but I want you to see how it just adds such a nice little touch on the inside. Normally, like, I wouldn't put this big of an image on the inside, but I think it just flows so nicely. And then the last thing is These are in the mini catalog. These are called the adhesive back speckled dots. And there's a little bit of like, it looks like tinsel sparkly. This looks like copper. This is moody mauve. I think this is like old olive, and I'm not sure what this one is. Crumb cake maybe? But they go perfectly with the front. This panel with the greens makes the green pop. So we're going to use 3. Mm. 2. I had that positioned a little bit differently. Let's see. And then, so we'll pull this. So these are in the mini catalog. The last thing I wanted to show you. Dun 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 dun. Valerie, look. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Shirley. Look at how pretty this looks. Would this not just like brighten somebody's day? You got this, and then this. Gorgeous. Gorgeousness. All right, let me know which one is your favorite. Is it the WV Polar Bear card? Or is it the beautiful sunflower card? All right, let me know. All right, I'm gonna flip my camera back around. Bring it down. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I appreciate all of you. Oh, thanks. Thank you. I'm glad you like both of. If you would like me to continue doing fancier fun fold cards, please let me know. I can't promise that we'll do them every week, but I do enjoy making them for all of you. And with my little template box, it just makes it so much easier. I just pull one out. Let me know in the comments if you are wanting to learn more fancy fold cards. And the other thing I want to know is, I'd like to know if you are starting a template box of your own. Because if you are, I have a little something for you. So leave a comment if you've started a template box. So anyway, have a wonderful, wonderful week, everyone. God's blessings. Bye-bye.